Hey everyone, Station Otaku here playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out on the NES. Right, I'm gonna let this guy kick my ass for a bit because I've basically got two things today. Um, I'll press start and then I'll just let him kick my ass here because wait till you hear this, right? I'm fairly sure you all heard that there, so I'll just do what you want, big, and I'm kind of busy right now. Okay, plenty to talk about, as always. Am I going to talk about all of them? It really is a question, it really is. Oh, no bother. No, still no happening. I seem to be fairly well for getting my arse handed to me here, but oh yeah. Sure enough, I'm just that good, you know. Right, I'm good now. Lovely. Anyway, I should start talking now, shouldn't I? Anyway, hey everyone, yeah, this is it. This is the Otaku. I'm playing. Oh, what's happening there? Whatever. Sorry, I'm just watching the news before the football kicks off, so yeah, that's a thing. Oh, for God's sake, man. Bloody thing, isn't it? Nah, it's news, man. It happens. Like, everybody knows. When everybody's watching the news, they're kind of like, oh, for fuck's sake, really, man? You know, so, yeah, I'm ignoring that. Anyway, plenty to talk about, right? So, yeah, these are going to be the first of these episodes, basically for this Saturday. Pretty much the standard of how many episodes I record the day, basically reflect what's going to get uploaded during the week, because nothing much has changed, basically. Still working 5 days out of the week, and I've pretty much like binned most things after that. I'm just kind of like, no recording, no nothing for the work for me to actually get better. It's basically me with some essentials and basically sitting on my ass for most of the week, basically, as soon as I'm done for work, because I'm, kind of tired and health issues and whatnot. And by health issues, I mean my back. That's just basically it. It's either my back or a lack of sleeping, believe it or not. So, I know I sound all sprite and, enthusiastic, but honestly, I only got like, possibly 4 hours of sleep last night. I was up early today, and I still kind of somewhat blame the coffee for that, because I've been ingesting coffee daily now for a while now, and I pretty much do it without drinking, proper drinking, this kind of drinking. It's pretty much all coffee or water. That's basically it. So come Friday night, I'm not tired, and I'm drinking away like you would on a normal Friday night, and I'm like, I honestly need to wait until like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, as per last night, to actually say, right, I absolutely need to go to bed now. And then once I get like my 3 or 4 hours, I'm kind of like, well, it's 7 in the morning now, so why don't we get up? So yeah, that's pretty much been the standard for a while now. So anyway, yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, here we go. We'll try and battle this guy now. I doubt we'll do it now, but whatever I learned in the last episode, I really don't know anymore. But anyway, let's see what we can do, right? Oh, that was that. I was getting there. I still love this game. No, that is totally apparent. I do fucking love this game. It's so good. Ah, so close, so close. Oh, but anyway, got plenty to talk about. Plenty to talk about. I don't know, was that something there for my... Doesn't sound like it, but... I thought there was something there happening outside my door there, but it doesn't sound like it anyway, so... Anyway, right, let's... Of course I'm advertising that. Sorry about that, I'm just still watching the telly. Fuck. Ah, buggery. I'm trying to think. I really am. Oh, do you know what? If he beats me here, yeah, whatever. It's totally fine. I'm not used to it with this game. I really am. Oh, but I won. There we go. Split decision. Oh, Soda Popinski. Oh, this old man. Right, so all we really need to do is, of all I've learned, is basically just mash the start button at like the first round. So, okay. So anyway, I'm going to be doing that while I talk. Or I could be wrong, actually. Right, no, I'm gonna have to do it proper now. Oh, what the? Excuse me for one second there. I know. Don't know, something happened there with my laptop. Come on, there we go. Come on, we've got like we've got like a couple. Alright. I think I'm pretty much gonna lose this then. So anyway, the plenty of things that I needed to talk about. So let's talk about work. Let's start off with work. So I reckon this week, and I've meant to say this before, but this is the week where I truly felt like I belonged. And what I was doing, the people I was with. It's been kind of all over the place for a while. And this is basically the first week where I've kind of half knew everybody. I kind of half knew, and I kind of knew the work as well. Just good thing. There we go. Yeah, so there was basically, I should talk about this because it's such a funny thing that while I describe all this to you, you're going to be like, really, William? Really? This is the thing? But let me explain. Basically, like, I'll admit it, and I've admitted it. I'm sure I've admitted it in previous episodes of this playthrough. I was close to being 3 years unemployed. I wanted the perfect job. What I've got is basically, it's like Batman. It's kind of like, The Dark Knight. Basically, you know, in the film The Dark Knight, it's like Harvey Dent is kind of like, he's the hero that Gotham deserves to know, but no later on. Right, I ain't explaining myself too well, so but let me just give it to you by step, right? So for close to 3 years, I was drinking basically piss with alcohol, water, and wheat in it, right? Now, I like my beer. If you've listened to any of my previous episodes, basically since the inception of this channel, you know I like my beer. What can I say? But basically, since this channel's inception, it's nothing but piss beer, basically. No great beer, just run-of-the-mill cheap stuff. No. I drink beer with a purpose. I think pretty much it. No, I don't want to generalise. Let's put it this way. I'm going to revert it back to myself. So, when I drink beer, it serves a purpose, you know? It's kind of like, it's the night out it's like the night out you can possibly only have, basically, right? Given like financial circumstances, if it's like, there's a world of difference between unemployed and employed. There's basically that. So when you're unemployed, you're only stuck with so much, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I can totally get behind that. What you get. If you live in Britain and you're on the benefit system and you're not working, basically you get a set amount of money each month. I'm a wee bit more special, but I'm not talking about that. I'll possibly make reference to it later in the future, but right now, let's not talk about it, right? So, my finances were a little bit better than, see, a normal person, or like the normal individual who was on the benefit system in the UK. So I knew what money I got for that month through fortnightly payments and such. So that pretty much relegated you to, basically, you were no longer the Premiership, you were lower division, let's put it that way, right? So you had to, outside of everything essential, whatever leftover money you had, basically went to some. Basically, you living a bit. Let's put it that way, right? And you know, like taking the light off, or the load off, I should say. That's the even better expression. Basically, taking the load off and saying, do you know what? All things considered, when everything's paid, when all the bills are paid, when all the food is bought, when all the utilities are got, what I'm left with is basically money you kind of not live on, but kind of that you live on. No, you basically live. You're kind of like when you cover all your essentials, that's your basics. But that little bit more is kind of like, well, that's how you live. Let's put it that way. So, providing you're over 18, because you can't drink underage. Well, you can, but it's illegal. Let's put it that way, right? Is I take a beer. I take a sip of beer, actually. So, well, it's kind of the can actually says it's a lager beer as well, but at this point, it doesn't matter. It's just immaterial at this point, right? So, like I said, once everything's paid off, you're kind of left off with a little, just kind of a wee bit of little, and that was that little amount basically was you were beyond existing. You were living a bit. You were kind of like, fuck it. Couple of beers, recording Pokemon, Tony Hawk games, right? Taking myself as an example, you know. Like, I had beer, I had Tony Hawk games, I had Pokemon, I had everything else. Shenmue, GTA San Andreas, it was all there. It was games, it was drink, it was that little amount was like the proof you needed that life was basically worth living. You weren't just existing, you were living. Now, that was when I was unemployed. Now that I'm employed, well, this is the thing. This is basically the move forward now. And I do apologise for the lack of gameplay. I promise you, there will be more gameplay. I'm going to try and actually get some episodes recorded today. I promise. I legit promise it, right? Because I do have some stuff, but it's not necessary. Let's put it that way, right? So basically, this is kind of like the last requirement of the day. After this, after I've did all my recording, I'm kind of like, right, everything I needed to do today is done. So, what else do I need to do? And by the by, this is we're coming up to 17 minutes, so I do apologise for the lack of gameplay. But here's the thing now. I've went from being unemployed to being employed. Now, I'll talk about my finances. But that's for another episode. I'm absolutely confirming that right now. Finances, I'm talking about in another episode. But here's my point. So, you can all hear it, right? Basically, OBS is actually saying, yeah, you should be hearing this. This is a metal can. And it's for a beer I don't think I've ever drunk. Alright? So, I'll explain the story, and if this is if there is no more gameplay in this episode, I promise you there will be more in the next one, right? I need to explain this story. So yesterday when I was working, basically my manager basically said, "Do you like beer, William?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I like it. You know, I know." For all yous laughing right now, yeah, I like beer. So, so I was like, yeah, I like beer. And he basically brought out this 4-pack of beer. A beer that I don't really drink, actually. And he basically gave it to me, and I'm like, oh, thank you, that's grateful. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when he gave me this, I thought, the beer would be piss poor. So I'm kind of like, right, do you know what? I'll take it, just for reserves and stuff like that. But honest to God, I opened the can, and the beer was actually not bad. But I'm not here talking about the can. I am putting it down, right? While I give myself a sip here. No, the reason why this beer is so important to me right now is because it's symbolic. It really is. Now, I've admitted, I've never drank this beer before, and honestly, it's good. It's good, right? But I digress. For me, it's far more important because it is symbolic. I think, now, I can talk about this as well, but I'm actually I might talk about that later on, but I'll just say for now, let's put it this way. This can of lager beer that I'm holding right now, because I've not put it down, I'm just putting it there. Right, there we go. It's back down. Right, so, why this can of lager beer is so important to me right now, because do you know what it represents more than anything? Symbolically, it represents change. And I'm all about change at this point. I really, really am. By the by, we've just passed the 20-minute mark. So, another 5 minutes, alright? Honestly, if I saw this in a store or a shop somewhere, I probably wouldn't buy it. You know, just because I'm a man of, a creature of habit. I know what I like and I know what I don't like. And I'll admit I've never had this before, but I like it. I do like it for its taste, but I think I like it more because of its symbolism. It does say to me that this can, like, and I've picked up as well, I do apologise, I can't put it down, because I'm making a point. It represents change for me. It represents from me going from being unemployed to employed. And I think that holds way more substance than the actual beer itself. I'm putting it down on my... And I'm having another sip as well. By the by, this is actually my final can of it. I'm actually going to have to go back to the swill that I was drinking, by the way. But yeah, I legit wanted to say about this that this can represents change. And change is so great. Like, people don't like change. And I can get that concept, but change is necessary. If you don't change, the world will hit you so hard, it's crazy. So honest to God, I'm holding this can. You can make a meme out of this. I'm totally fine with it because I'm aware of it. So go crazy. Know that anybody's listening, but I don't care. It's just an episode recorded. I'm holding this can because it legit does remind me of change. And change is good. Change is good. And I'm so glad to have this can with me right now. I truly am. And even though the guy that gave it to me, who if I had to put money on it, chances are this guy's my manager. Let's put it that way, right? It's kind of all over the place. Let's put it that way, right? But I'm relatively sure the guy that gave me these cans were basically my manager. So, and he basically gave it to me as like, oh, welcome to the company or welcome to the department, and yeah, like, you know, right, okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. You know, it's beer. I'm not gonna fucking knock it back. But honest to God, ever since I brought it to the house and I've started drinking it on the Saturday, I honestly feel like this can means more to me than it should, because it truly does represent change. It really does. And it's a funny thing, nostalgia. Like, I could see myself. In fact, there's plenty, and I'm going to make reference to this in later episodes as well, actually, that things are going to change. They truly are. And really, I need to adapt to it. If I don't, it's not great. It's not great at all. It honestly is. So I'm happy to have this in my hand right now to actually confirm things are changing. They are. And you know what? I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy. I truly am. And maybe in later days, 6 months down the line, a year down the line, 2, 3, 5 years down the line, I think I'm going to be like, I'm going to remember, I'm going to see this can in a shop, or a selection of cans in a shop, and I'm going to think back to this time, and I'm going to think, when I look at this can, I'm going to think it represents change. And I'm so happy to have it right now. So happy. Yeah. I look at it now and I see good things about it. By the by, we are now coming up to the 25-minute mark. So I've been talking for a while now, actually. So, anyway. Yeah. I'm going to remember it. And I'm going to be happy when I remember it. Because it will remind me of this thing. So anyway, listen, I'm sorry for the lack of gameplay. I promise there might be there might be more coming in the next episode. But anyway, this has been episode 14 of Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Right, I've been Stussy Otaku, and you've been watching me play Mike Tyson's Punch Out on the NES. More episodes to come. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.